Hey guys, welcome to JoArt1&Co Sports and Gaming. Welcome to round 13 of the NRL Telstra Premiership. And of course, today is also another special day as State of Origin is next Wednesday. So a week from now, next week is the beginning of the State of Origin series. So tonight, not only are we going to give the NRL team list for this week, we are also going to be doing the State of Origin Game 1 team list. So yeah, let's get cracking to it tonight. I will be doing the video tonight for you guys, so no 2-block today, but that's all good. Guys, make sure you follow us, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to click the bell icon so you'll be notified every time we do new updates or new videos like these. Also some gaming content, or any other things we put on our channel. And guys, follow us on the Instagram at JoArt1&Co. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so as you guys know, we still have the tipping comp. I think Nowsley at the moment is still in the lead, so well done to him. He's doing quite well actually in the NRL comps, tipping. Pretty good. If you guys want to join, the code's still there, and of course, our comp name is there, JoArt1&Co comp. And guys, just before we start, I just want to do a massive shout out to Ray Warren. He is officially retired from the NRL commentary. He started his career in 1967 and finished this year. Ray Rabbits Warren is a legendary NRL State of Origin and Test match commentator. He was so brilliant with the way that he commentated on a lot of games, especially the grand finals and State of Origins. As a kid growing up, used to listen to his, commentary during a game and just be so excited with every moment of the game, anticipation rising. So, from JoArt1&Co Sports and Gaming, we'd like to thank Ray Warren for all the amazing memories of his amazing sporting commentary. And also his career with Channel that shaped State of Origin NRL Grand Finals. So all the best for the future. And yeah, wishing you all the best, Ray Warren. You've been honestly a legend. And my favourite commentary moment was the Benji Marshall flick pass. That was legendary. Alrighty, let's go into this week's rounds. We've got only 4 games this week because State of Origin is here, of course. It has stricken the amount of games this week. So yeah, exciting and going to be interesting. We've got 4 games, 1 on Thursday, 1 Friday, 1 Saturday, and 1 Sunday. So yeah, and that's the interesting thing about it. It's going to be a great week, and of course the State of Origin. And the State of Origin, that'll be next Wednesday, June the 8th at Accor Stadium. So guys, let's get cracking into this week's team list and key matchups. Starting off with, of course, the first game. The Gold Coast Titans taking on the North Queensland Cowboys at 7:50 PM at Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast on the Wide World of Sport, Fox League, and of course KO Sport. So let's go with the Cowboys backs. And we have, for the Cowboys, Jaden Campbell, Corey Thompson, Brian Kelly, Patrick Herbert, Jermaine Asako, Alexander Brimson, Toby Sexton. For the forwards, we've got Moeka Fotuaika, Aaron Clark, Jared Wallace, Sam McIntyre, Bear Fermor, and Isaac Liu. And for the interchange, we've got Tannen Boyd, Jermaine Jolliffe, Esam Masters, Sam Lissoni. And for the reserves, we've got Aaron Booth, Herman Sasa, Greg Marzu, Aloha Kani Pereira, and Sophia Fafita. Also, Sosifo Fafita. And for the North Queensland Cowboys, we have, for the backs, Scott Drinkwater, Brandon Elliott, Hamusai Tabiofedo, Peter Hiku, Murray Talangi, Ben Hampton, Shad Townsend. For the forwards, we've got Jordan McLean, Rhys Robson, Cohen Hess, Tom Gilbert, Halumi Luki, Jason Tamalalo, Jake Granville, Cornelia Lemlui for the change, Jermaine Tanawa Brown, Griff Naiman. And for the reserves, we've got Ben Conda, Kane Bradley, Brendan Freer, and Riley Pierce, and Jake Burke. And of course, with the Origin taking effect next week, this week's out of both teams, the players that are coming out of the squad to go to the Origin, for the Gold Coast Titans for the Maroons is Dave Fafita and Tino Famasuli, and for the Cowboys it is Jeremiah Nani, Ruben Cotter, Tom Dearden, and Valentine Holmes. Gold Coast versus the Cowboys. Gold Coast didn't have a great game last week, same as the Cowboys losing against the Panthers, and the Gold Coast almost beating the Brisbane Broncos, but didn't do a great job to keep the lead at the end of that game. We're actually really surprised that it got to a certain point where the Gold Coast Titans actually had the game in the bag, and they kind of just let it slip. And it was really it was just bizarre how the Cowboys managed to. The Gold Coast Titans managed to lose that game, but at the same time, these two teams are coming up against each other this week. They both had a loss last week. Who do I think is going to win this game at Seabus Superstadium? I'm backing the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys, even though yes, they've got 4 players out for Origin, I think this is actually a good thing for the Cowboys. I think they don't have too many people out, so I reckon it's going to be a positive for them. And I reckon this will be a good one for the Cowboys. I reckon Cowboys will win this very, very well. I'm going to say 30 plus on this. But doesn't mean the Gold Coast Titans can't, but I'm going to go Cowboys for tipping wise. Moving on to the Friday match. We have the Penrith Panthers taking on the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs at Bluebet Stadium at 7:55 p.m. And this game will be on the Whitewater Sport and Fox League and KO Sport. Always forget to mention that. So we've got the Panthers coming up against the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming off a loss against the Dragons. Panthers coming off a dominant win against the North Queensland Cowboys. Let's get into their squads. So, for the Penrith Panthers, we have... For the backs for the Panthers, we have Dylan Edwards, Talani May, Isaac Tago, Robert Jennings, Charles Staines, Kurt Falls, Sean O'Sullivan. For the forwards, we've got Moses Leota, Apiso Coruscant, James Fisher-Harris, Viliami Kikau, Chris Smith, Matthew Eisenhuth, Mitch Kenny, Scott Sorensen, and Jermaine Salamo for the interchange. And for the reserves, we've got Sonny Luke, Jermaine Hopgood, Lindsay Smith, Suini Travoa, and Peterson Ricky. And for the Canterbury Bulldogs, we have... for the Bulldogs, we have... That one is the only change. Matt Duffy will not be playing this week against the Panthers. I think the person that will be replacing him this week, if I'm not wrong, I'm just going to check that one because there's a latest on that. Let me just have a quick squiz. I know that Matt Duffy won't be playing this week due to the fact that he hasn't been performing the last couple of weeks. So the fullback that will be replacing him... Actually, I haven't said... I'm guessing probably either Jeremy Marshall King or someone, one of the other Bulldogs players will replace him. But anyway, we've got Jacob Kraz, Aaron Scroop, Jake Avarillo, Josh Adokar, Matt Burden, Kyle Flanagan. For the forwards, we've got Luke Thompson, Jeremy Marshall King, Paul Vaughan, Josh Jackson, Raymond Fatala Mariner, Max King, and for the interchange, we've got Zach Docker Clay, Corey Waddell, Chris Patolo, and Ava Samalavangi. And for the reserves, we've got Jackson Topin, Bailey Boyodi Odo, Joe Simpson, Corey Allen, and Kurt Maureen. And of course, due to State of Origin this coming up next week, the players that will be out for Origin duty are, for the New South Wales Blues, we have Brian To'o, Isaiah Yo, Jerome Luai, Liam Martin, Nathan Cleary, and Stephen Crichton. And I'm just checking it out. Yep, that's exactly that. So the Panthers taking on the Doggies at Bluebet Stadium, Penrith. This one, for the Bulldogs, if they can win against the Panthers right now, especially with majority of their players out, will be interesting. But I'm going to back the Panthers. I think Panthers, doesn't matter really what squad they have on the field at the moment, they just always pick up the pace. They always manage to get teams in certain ways. I'm backing the Panthers here. I really do fancy their chance of just beating the Bulldogs here. So Panthers it is. Alright, moving on to Saturday, which is usually Super Saturday, but it's just Saturday this week. It is the Manly Seagulls taking on the New Zealand Warriors. 7:35 PM at 4 Pine Park, Sydney. Manly's home ground, and they're taking on the New Zealand Warriors. And let's get into the team list for the teams. We've got for the backs, Ruben Garrick, Jason Saab, Morgan Harper, Totola Kola, Christian Tupaluto, Josh Schuster, Kieran Foran. For the forwards, we've got Josh Aloiai, Lachlan Croker, Tafua Sipley, Hameli Alokatoa, Andrew Davey, and Jake Travojevic. For the exchange, we've got Dylan Walker, Carl Lawton, Martin Tapau, Sean Kempe. And for the reserves, we've got Ethan Bolmore, Kurt D. Lewis, Kewe Weeks, and George Tafua. And for the New Zealand Warriors, we have for the backs, Reece Walsh, Dylan Wateni Zalesniak, Rocco Berry, Adam Pompey, Marcelo Matoya, Chanel, Harris Tavita, and Sean Johnson. For the forwards, we've got Ben Murdoch Marcella, Wade Egan, Jazz Tavunga, Ewan Aiken, Tohu Harris, Jack Murchie. And for the change, we've got Tanali Otukolo, Bunty Afoa, Aaron Penne, and Bailey Siren. Yep. And for the reserves, we've got Freddie Lussick, Denarius Louis, Elisa Katoa, Dejon Asi, and Jesse Arthurs. And of course, Origin duty this week is affecting some teams. And of course, this week for the Manly Seagulls, Daly Tree Evans is affecting Manly, and Viliami Valai is affecting New Zealand, and they're both from Queensland. 2 players from the Queensland side. Manly and the Warriors. This is a very interesting game. Both teams came off losses. Manly lost to Melbourne pretty badly, 28-6. Wasn't their best performance of the season, but they did play Melbourne, and it was Melbourne coming back off a loss, so kind of understandable. And the Warriors, they lost to the Newcastle Knights. That honestly, I thought majority of the game New Zealand had the chance to win this game, and they kind of gave it to Newcastle towards the end of it, so it was very strange. So that's why I'm going to pick Manly this week. I think the problem with the Warriors is they are a good side if the team can find ways to, keep the performance during an 80-minute game. And the problem is the Warriors, they don't seem to have 80 minutes in them at the moment, so it's kind of one of those question marks. Are the Warriors going to be able to make the finals this year? Are they going to be able to take on teams this year, or are they just going to be average? I don't. That's why I'm going Manly. Unfortunately, look, all the best to the Warriors, but I think Manly will win this game pretty comfortably. Only one player is out for Manly, and that's Daly Tree Evans, so that's not a massive thing for Manly, but still, it's a player from Origin, so. But I reckon Manly will win this game, doesn't matter who's out. Alright, and the last game of the round is the Canberra Raiders taking on the Sydney Roosters at 4:05 PM at GIO Stadium, Canberra. And that last game, by the way, same as this, will be on the Fox League, KO, And this game will be on Wide Sport, Fox 8, of course, KO Sport as well. All right, let's get into the backs for this matchup. For the Raiders, we have for the backs Xavier Savage, Nick Kotrick, Matthew Tomoko, Sebastian Chris, Jordan Rapana, Matt Frawley, Jamal Fogarty. And for the forwards, we've got Corey Horsburgh, Zach Wolford, Joseph Tapperty, Hudson Young, Elliot Whitehead, Elliot Whitehead, and Adam Elliott. And for the interchange, we've got Tom Starling, Ryan Sutton, Corey Haranira, and Terrell Mooney. And for the reserves, we've got James Skrilla, Harry Rushton, Adrian Trevelyan, Brad Schneider, and Amre Gula. And for your Sydney Roosters, we have for the backs Joseph Manu, Billy Smith, Paul Bobrovsky, Kevin Naguama, Joseph Suwali, Sam Walker, Luke Keary. For the forwards, we've got Jared Warrior-Hargraves, Drew Hutchinson, Siosoli Takiaho, Angus Crone, Stili Tupanua, Nat Butcher, Connor Watson for the interchange, Fletcher Baker, Egan Butcher, and Terrell May. And for the reserves, we've got Lachlan Lamb, Daniel Saluka Fafita, Adam Carrington, Tom Carr, and Ben Marshke. And of course, because of State of Origin duty this year, these are the players that have been out of the squad for this week. For the Canberra Raiders, Canberra have for New South Wales, Jack Wyden, and for Queensland, Josh Papali. And the Roosters have Daniel Tupou and James Tedesco for the Roosters. For New South Wales. And they've got for Queensland, Lindsay Collins. So, an interesting matchup between the two teams, Canberra and the Roosters. Canberra, last week, almost beat Parramatta. Parramatta were too good for them. They did a really good job to almost get against Parramatta, but it wasn't enough to win the game. But then we've got the Roosters coming off a great win against the Sharks, really showing the Roosters of old, true to their name, and especially the fact that they had a really great performance against the Sharks. They really put a full 80-minute performance. Second half, the fact that Sharks got those 3 tries in that kind of span time, look, realistically, the Roosters were pretty good the whole game. I think certain points the defense was getting tired, and I think that Manu pickup from that drop by the winger for the Cronulla Sharks saved the Roosters a bit. But either way, the Roosters had that game in the bag if those little mistakes were fixed up, which Trent will be teaching him this week to get ready for. And especially without Tupou, and especially without James Tedesco and Lindsay Collins, the Roosters are going to have to really find a way to win games without some of their star players sometimes. So I'm backing the Roosters. I think they could put a full 80-minute performance against Canberra. I think Canberra will test them, but I do know that for a fact. Canberra will be definitely testing the Roosters to see how durable the Roosters will be against their attack. Because Canberra are pretty lethal, when they want to be. It all depends on what happens on the night. So I'm going to go the Roosters. I'm saying this is going to be another 13-plus game. Alrighty. Let's move on to, of course, the State of Origin, which will be on, yes, the Ampol State of Origin Game 1, which will be on June the 8th, 2022, at a core stadium in Sydney at 8:10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The game will be live streamed on the Wide Sport, Fox Sport, and KO Sport. And just before I get into the team list, just to let you guys know, this Sunday, you'll be able to get at your local news agencies. I don't know if you can see. There you go. At your local, I'll just put it on. That way it's easier. At your local news agencies, you'll be able to get the New South Wales caps that will be selling to all the fans that want to get New South Wales gear. Or I think also in Queensland, they're also doing the same special. So if you want to go down to your local news agency, it's $6 by itself, but if you get it with a paper, it's probably $9.50. But if you want to get the hat, guys, make sure you go to your local news agency this weekend. Alrighty, guys, let's get into the team list for the New South Wales Blues and the Queensland Maroons. And let's get into it just quickly. Sorry, just my thing's a bit laggy. There we go. Alrighty, starting off with the Blues. Alright, here's our team list for this year's State of Origin Game 1. And of course, we've got two exciting teams with two brand new additions to the team. But let's get into it and let's see who's where. Alrighty, starting off with the New South Wales Blues. Of course, you know, you gotta rep them. You gotta show it. Let's go, New South Wales. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. Hang on. Yeah, better. I got my Blues jacket on. It's very cold today here, so wearing a jacket. And of course, I was wearing my beanie, but I put on the hat for a little bit. Yeah, and the reason I got this, I've got it at an exclusive news agency today. So yeah, make sure to get your hats on Sunday. $6. They're actually not bad if you want to support them. Alrighty, so for the Blues, we've got James Tedesco, our Blues captain, Brian To'o, Tony Staggs, Jack Whiten, Daniel Tupou, Jerome Luai, Nathan Cleary, Payne Haas, Damien Cook, Junior Paulo, Cameron Murray, Tarek Sims, Isaiah Yeo, Stephen Crichton. And then for the interchange, we've got Liam Martin, Regan Campbell-Gillard, Ryan Madison, Nico Hines. And for the reserves, we've got Tyson Brazil, Jacob Saifidi, Joseph Suwali. Even though he's been named in the Roosters squad, I think he'll be playing more for Roosters this week because Suwali is just been put on the New South Wales team just for like a backup or either of that. So if you guys are kind of confused why his name's there, that's the reason for it. And also Appy Coruscant as well will be playing for the Panthers this week as well, I think, if they don't get selected during the week. And then we have, of course, the Maroons. The Queensland Maroons have selected for their team Kalen Ponga, Selwyn Cobbo, Valentine Holmes, Dan Gagai, Xavier Coates, Cameron Munster, Daly Cherry Evans, as their captain, of course, every year. Then we have Tino Farmasuli, Ben Hunt, Josh Papali, Kate Boyle, Felice Kafusi, Ruben Cotter, Harry Grant, Lindsay Collins, Patrick Carrigan, Jeremiah Nanny, Tom Dearden, Joy Arrow, Thomas Flegler, Hamisai Tabufido, and Murray Talangi. And guys, just to let you guys know that if you guys want to get tickets to State of Origin this year, yes, so if you guys want to get your tickets for this week's Game 1 State of Origin on June 8th, make sure you click the link in the description down below the video. Tickets are still selling. They are $49 if you're an adult or $45 if you're concession. Guys, it's a great experience. I've never experienced State of Origin yet. I'm hoping that soon, maybe possibly, we may be able to do experience like this when the channel gets a little bit bigger. Might be able to do it next year, depends on whatever happens. But yeah, so guys, if you get a chance to go to Origin this next Wednesday, make sure you do. I've heard a lot of great stories. It is a great experience, and you just hear the atmosphere there. So if you go in there, enjoy, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the atmosphere, and of course, go the Blues. And guys, don't forget, State of Origin will be streamed, the Wide World of Sport, Fox League, and of course KS Sport. But the predominant home channel to watch State of Origin is, of course, the Wide World of Sports, Channel 9. It's the greatest coverage. Unfortunately, because we don't have Ray Warren as our NRL commentator anymore, whoever fills in for State of Origin has to be a well-known big voice. So fingers crossed, it's going to be interesting this year to see. But State of Origin's around the corner, guys. Make sure you watch it on TV, at home, anywhere you are. Or of course, you know, if you're hearing it or anything like that, make sure you do, because it's the greatest game of all in the NRL. It's our big spectacle game. So if you guys are from all around the world, America, watching this video, if you guys got the NRL watch app, make sure you watch it across the world. It's just It is it's the greatest game to watch. It's rough, tough, and Origin is set like that every year. So enjoy it, guys. Alright, guys, well, that is about the wrapping of our video today. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. We really appreciate you guys always sticking in and watching our content. Guys, if you want to follow us on Instagram, make sure you follow us at JoArt1&Co. And guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, or else you won't be able to see these videos every time. New updates and everything like that. Or you won't be able to know about the new little giveaways that are coming up very soon. But anyway, guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the little bell icon so you be notified anytime we do new updates, whether it be vlogs, whether it be team list videos, or whether it be gaming content. Make sure you do, because you get to find out everything that's happening. Hey guys, hope to see you guys next week for our round 14 of the NRL Telstra Premiership team list and key matchups. That's it for us, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully 2 blocks with us next week. But that's it. Have a good one, and see you guys all next time for the NRL Telstra Premiership round 14 team list and key matchups. Bye, guys.